And well, it is the birthday of our lead producer, Derek Ekosam. Good morning to you. And we hope that the cake that Mama Viosa Bwaji has ordered for you will come in time during lunch so that you have great event for the day. Also, after you've eaten lunch, the next lunch is on me. Don't worry. It's also your birthday, Elizabeth Love Atiku Jandu. And thanks for all the good outfits that you tend to do for me each Friday. And I wish you all the best of luck for your birthday today. Your lunch is supposed to be on me. Eh? I think that's a phrase usually people say.
She doesn't make women clothing.
She does too.
She makes something for me on Fridays. It won't be
fantastic. Bad. I think that you will enjoy it too. So good morning to you. Happy birthday, Elizabeth Atiku Jandu. And she calls herself a tailor. She's a tailor. All right. So
time for us to do the papers. We've got our little money moment. Ooh, I took my 40 Ghana and then I dropped it somewhere.
All right.
I'm looking.
She's supposed
Yesterday we missed contributing to our money box because Roland, you were not here.
Yes, I was absent.
Yeah, you had an emergency yesterday.
I had an emergency.
Couldn't make it to the show.
All right. So I'm contributing.
Wait. Okay.
No, I'm contributing. So she'll put hers when she has a time, not on air though.
You trust me that much?
Yeah.
Mama V. You're so nice.
Oh dear. Metoswama, sorry.
Hey.
Pimpin.
While we're doing the newspapers, we're taking a look at the newspapers as well.
Please start with the daily.
Yeah.
The daily.
I knew you'd give me your favorite paper.
No. The Daily Graphic.
We're starting the newspapers with the Daily Graphic newspaper. Front page of the Graphic today. Exercise full authority over public finances. President urges Parliament. Also, political parties flouting law on submission of account to EC. Education, University of Education, Winneba closed down. Cop killed by unknown assailants. That story is on page 16. Constable Michael Poyi is on the front page of the Daily Graphic newspaper. Back page of the Daily Graphic. Volta region victims of tidal waves to be relocated. Story says displaced victims of last Sunday's tidal waves in the 4 coastal communities in the Ketu South municipality in the Volta region are to be relocated as part of a long-term measure to mitigate the impacts of the perennial coastal flooding on the area. The decision was arrived after a consultative stakeholders meeting with the Minister of Water Resources, Works and Housing, Samuel Atachi, after his tour of the affected communities last Monday. Details of this story on the back page of the Daily Graphic newspaper. But let's open to page 3, still in the Graphic, on this story that says political parties are flouting the law on submission of accounts to the EC. Story by Kobi Asma and Joe Otri in Accra says 6 months after the 2016 general election, the political parties that participated in the polls are yet to comply with the political parties' law, which mandates them to submit their audited statements of accounts to the Electoral Commission. This was what came out of a fact-finding mission by the Daily Graphic to the head office of the election management body in Accra yesterday. It goes on to quote the parts of the constitution that mandates political parties to do this. Let's fast forward to page 16 on this police officer, sadly, who was shot. And the story says a policeman, Constable Michael Poyi, has been gunned down by unknown assailant on the Tema Akosombo Road. Constable Poyi, who was with the Tema Regional Rapid Deployment Force, was on a motorbike patrol duty when he was attacked by the assailant, who was said to be also riding a motorbike. The constable was shot dead about 9:30 p.m. last Monday. Briefing journalists in Tema yesterday, the public relations officer of the Tema Regional Police Command, Assistant Superintendent of Police Joseph Benefo Dakwa, said at about 9:30 p.m. last Monday, police had information that 2 armed men using a motorbike had shot a policeman around filling station near the UBA Bank on the Tema Akosombo Highway. He said when the police got to the scene, they found the body of the policeman lying in a pool of blood in a nearby bush along the road. The story continues to give eyewitness accounts as well in the details that it's provided in the Graphic. And we seem to be hearing lots of news about officers, security officers, sadly, who died in the course of their duty. This is really sad, and we hope that the police would speed up investigation and actually hunt those people who did this down. Also, the very last story we'll pick in the Daily Graphic, and then we'll move on. University of Education Winneba closed down, Roland. The University of
became a big
Education
issue
Winneba,
over the last 12 hours.
Yeah. They've temporarily shut down. The shutdown affects all the campuses of the university, made up of the Central Campus in Winneba and the Kumasi, Mampong, Ashanti, and Ejumako campuses. It will remain closed pending the determination on Friday, June 16, 2017, of an interlocutory injunction placed on the university, and it follows a writ filed at the Winneba High Court challenging the validity of the university's governing council. And it's got like a rippling effect, if you like. I think they said about 46,000 students will be affected, because that's how much or how many people actually go to the school on the various campuses, including distant learning students.
I think that if you take them alongside University of Cape Coast, they are the most comprehensive distance learning education institute, and tend to give access to a lot more teachers or those in education to get access to some education.
Okay, here are a few facts. In fact, the 46,000 is even low. The University of Winneba has a student population of 51,583, with 28,819 being full-time students, 15,713 distance education students, and 7,051 sandwich students. We'll see that we are told that the case proper has not been dealt with. So Friday, we'll see what the court says on this matter. So if you haven't heard it, but you're a student of the University of Winneba, don't even bother. No lectures today. Just chill.
Okay, I don't know. For those who are supposed to graduate, etc. Yeah.
Theirs is a different case, because
apparently, I had the will eventually.
Yeah, but that's because their council has not been constituted, and that's also part of governments, because they provide a certain number of the people. No, the board has not been constituted. Okay. So it's not because of this issue.
So it's the council that determines who the vice chancellor becomes?
I think
or who becomes the vice chancellor?
Maybe. I think it's different people. Maybe. I'm not sure.
Why should politics get into?
No. As in the board.
No.
Government has representatives on the board,
because it's a public
institute. Exactly. So there are different people that have. So there are the education bodies, as in the associations, that will also have representatives. I'm sure
maybe the board
or
is the body that's supposed to constitute or maybe undertake some processes to choose a vice chancellor, because right now they don't have a vice chancellor, I'm told.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
that's why.
Issues. Maybe we can spend time and talk about the University of Winneba issues.
All right. So we have on the front page of the Daily Guide, bullets killed soldier, and apparently mobile phones retrieved, and following post-mortem, it's been determined that his body was riddled with bullets. It's not bullets, bullets.
It makes the people more wicked. Huh. Is there anything like more wicked?
How should you know? They shot him, clapped him, used blocks or stones and cement blocks on him, bent him. One body. After the body is decapitated or incapacitated.
Okay, Roland, stop sharing the details. I think it's I don't know. I preach peace, and I don't know. Go on, yeah?
Preach peace. Other stories on the front page is Nana pushes for a constitutional amendment, and Winneba University closed down. The constitutional amendment, and then a cop has been gunned down in Tema, and there's Constable Michael Poi. And then there's a story about, apparently, the president pushing for a constitutional amendment. I would want to know what it is. Constitutional amendment. Has raised serious concern about the inability of Ghana's parliament to exercise effective oversight of the executive arm of government. According to him, our parliament has one big handicap: its inability to exercise effective oversight over the executive arm of government. And
I think that story is also in the Times. That's the president that's talking about parliaments. Okay.
To make this possible, is that I admit there is so far not yet a consensus on this, but I belong to the group that feels strongly that our parliament should be able to exercise full authority over our public finances, and we could accordingly amend our constitution to make this possible. All right.
Okay. So
That's
I think it's basically the same story that's also in the Times. This story about President lamenting Parliament's inability to check executive. You're done with that paper?
Yes, I am done.
So the Ghanaian Times newspaper front page headlines: cop gunned down by unknown assailants. So Constable Michael Koyi again is on the front page of the Ghanaian Times newspaper. Government to save $700 million through review of power deals. Labourer jailed 22 years for robbery. And this call on the, President laments Parliament's inability to check executive. That story, Roland, read in the Daily Guide, also appearing in the Ghanaian Times newspaper. That's something that, Parliament is majority, isn't it? And majority is what? Is what is in power.
Yeah, and for constitutional amendments,
kind of
you need 2/3 of the House.
Yeah. You know, the U.S. Senate, the Intelligence Committee sat yesterday because the Attorney General appeared before the committee. Man! And I was like, oh my God.
I thought he was rude.
Oh, that's what you thought?
Yeah, I watched a couple of
What were you expecting?
Yeah,
I didn't think he was rude, though. I thought he was holding back a lot.
Yeah,
I think he didn't share. I think he didn't share a lot of information.
A lot rudely.
I think he didn't
because
share a lot of information.
he just kind of wasn't answering the questions.
Yeah.
And I thought.
But he's experienced. He's a politician.
He is.
Yeah. And I was just thinking, oh my God, let's get to this point. Let's get to this point. Let's get to this point. Yes. And I want our appointments committee, Parliament's appointment committee, to be that probing. You know what I mean? Yeah. And ask questions based on
all the open-ended questions.
Exactly.
Leading questions.
What do you think about this?
What do you think about this?
Must I quote something and ask? Bring the policies. What it means is you've got to also know the policies. You've got to know the things that you're quoting.
It means that you've got to know
like
your stuff before you ask.
Because, and some people were quoting statement that he had made even on television, on Fox News, and using that, basing their questions on that.
Do research. They have researchers who tend to do that and give them the material to read, and they themselves read as well.
Okay, so when we start with this argument, our parliamentarians will be asking for us to provide them with research assistance and all that, right?
But I think they've started providing.
Are we seeing the change? Okay, there are some other stories in the paper. I think I'll go to page 18. The story about a labourer who's gotten him or herself some 22 years. Says a labourer was yesterday jailed 22 years in hard labour by the Accra Circuit Court 1 for robbing a Chinese at Sakumon on April 13, 2017. The convict, Eko Kosa, together with an accomplice, Michael Mensah, also known as Monko, attacked.
Shrimp.
Okay, this one, there's only Roland who can pronounce the name. A Chinese engineering company. The individual works with a Chinese name. Yes.
Can I come there?
Yeah, definitely. See it?
Ren Guanfa.
Of what?
This one is Rosia Investment.
Okay, thank you very much. So they took the people took $1,140,000. Roland, I beg, is this 1,000,000 or this is 1,000?
They took 1,140.
Oh, Charlie, 1,140. And they got 22 years?
Yes.
1,140, a desktop computer, Huawei P8 mobile phone, and its charger and dresses. Incidentally, the Chinese engineer died during the attack. Oh.
He died in the process.
Oh. The court presided over by Mr. Abuaji Tando, however, adjourned the trial of the second accused, Michael Mensah, to June 29, 2017 because he pleaded not guilty. Passing sentence, the judge said that it was incumbent on the court to give a deterrent sentence to avoid future occurrence. Well, if you take part in an action like this, I think 22. How old is he, by the way? Because sometimes when they give the jail term, you have to look at the age of the person. The person is like maybe 60 and they give him 22. I don't think he will return and come and do that again.
I think so too.
Okay, back page of the Ghanaian Times. Government determined to end child begging. The Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection is relying on the National Identification Project to rid streets in the country of Ghanaian child beggars. So when the identification cards are issued, the ministry hopes to effectively trace and reunite such children with their parents in various parts of the country. I'm thinking they need a stronger strategy after reuniting to keep them up, because really some of the children we've seen on the streets of Accra begging, sometimes you see adults hiding somewhere and sending them to beg. So they are already reunited with their parents, if you like, but they're still begging. National Validation Workshop for MMDA is held. That's also another story on the back page of the Ghanaian Times. A national validation workshop aimed at soliciting inputs for a draft document on fee fixing guidelines for metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies was yesterday held in Accra. Details you'll find in the Times of today. Roland?
We have the Daily Dispatch newspaper. It has on the front page, postmortem report on Major Mahama reveals several bullets were removed from his body. Several bullets. And meet Samuel Safo, a policeman, now a Black Stars player. Samuel Safo. And the story is on the back page. Okay, it's supposed to be on the back page. No, it's on page 2 of the paper. And it says that Samuel Safo.
See the story?
Yes. It says policeman Samuel Safo has enjoyed an incredible rise in the last year after becoming a Ghanaian international footballer. The Ghanaian has quickly gone from protecting the national side to claiming a place in the squad for the Africa Cup of Nations qualifier against Ethiopia. And this is the story. Safo was an amateur footballer with local side Liberty Professionals FC, but his main focus was working as a corporal for the Ghana Police Service. The job would entail working as a security officer protecting the Ghana national team. And so in the process, you have a picture of him taking selfies and things with Ajiman Bedu.
Okay.
And now he's in the team with Ajiman Bedu.
So now he's playing proper.
Yeah, he was called for the game. Hey. I don't know whether he played the game though.
Oh, wait, called for the game to protect them or what?
No, as a footballer.
Hey.
The 26-year-old has an eye for goal as he's the country's highest goal-scoring defender. His brilliant form has led him to be tipped for a move to Ghana's top division, following his call-up to the national team after Alfred Nelson and Daniel Nieje withdrew. Safo told Joy Sports, "It was great hearing the news about my call-up to the team. I think hard work pays, and this is the time I need to put in more hard work."
Ooh.
He's supposed to be 26 years old.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means he's
Don't clarify. That's it. Move on.
It's supposed to be.
But congratulations to him.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
But he should know that good things don't always last. So he should always work to keep the good things last.
I think he's worked hard enough, and I'm sure he knows what it means to get this, and so he would do everything to keep it.
Right. Thanks.
Let's do the finder.
Thanks for shutting me up.
I said I've changed. I've changed towards you.
You haven't changed.
The Finder newspaper, front page of the Finder. Weak grid system caused blackouts. That's according to Minister. That's certainly a story of interest. Roland, yesterday you missed. We talked about the blackout. Did you also experience it? It was almost like a nationwide blackout.
I did.
So it looks like now there's some solid answer, apart from like system weakness or something. The Minister for Energy, Boachi Ejako, has attributed last Monday's power blackout to a weak national grid system. So the whole grid core is weak, according to the minister? No, he didn't say that. Quotes, "We have not completed work on the national grid system, and so in its weakened state, any disturbance either in or out of Togo or Cote d'Ivoire can shut down the grid system." Speaking to the Finder on the sidelines of the Maiden Energy Summit in Accra yesterday, Jacko explained that there was a disturbance on the 330 kV transmission line in and out of Cote d'Ivoire. And once that disturbance occurred, it affected the transmission system. Okay, so we're living on what happens in Togo and Cote d'Ivoire. Good for us in Ghana. Okay, Ghana records 60,000 cancer cases annually. That's a revelation by the head of the Medical Center for Radiotherapy and Nuclear Medicine at the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital, Dr. Joel Yanni. So it's been revealed that Ghana records about 60,000 cancer cases annually, and out of this figure, 2,500 were breast cancer cases, and this requires that urgent action to be taken to ensure prevention and treatment. And remember, in Ghana, we also, whilst we talk about the figures, we're also talking about a huge number that do not report to the medical facilities. There's also another story on the front page of the Find That newspaper. Humiliating defeat, search for new flag bearer, divides rank and file. We're talking NDC. So there's Jerry John Rawlings, founder of the NDC, Johnson Asiedu Nketia, General Secretary of the NDC, ex-President John Dramani Mahama. All on the front page with the story. I think that Ghanaians really were waiting for that committee that's finding out what went wrong in the NDC. And then when we have that solid reports, we can feast. Yeah. They won't make it public though, so you know, we just have to leak it or something like that.
It's supposed to be
work your strong sources in the NDC and get the report.
We'll see how it goes. You also have strong sources everywhere, so I'm sure you have some in the NDC.
So that's it with the hardcore newspapers that we have in the studio this morning. We will do the online review, but we also have some of your WhatsApp messages and your text messages.
You know, yesterday was the birthday of...
Efwa.
Did you say it?
I missed it. Apologies.
Efwa Antoinette.
Yeah.
In Romford, UK. I don't know where it is in the UK though.
You haven't been there before?
No. Romford in the UK. Please, belated happy birthday, sweetie. And please always know that we're always here for you. Your birthday, we hope that you had great dinner yesterday. I forgot to keep in touch.
I don't know. I think you're the only person who can bring the softness of this guy out.
Oh, yeah. Anti-romantic.
Okay, let's do the online.
It's the birthday of Derek Ekosam, our lead producer.
Yeah, Derek Ekosam, it's your birthday.
He's a celebrated young producer.
And so now I think he's come of age, so we can begin to do a proper search for somebody that looks close to like a wife or something like that. Yeah.
He doesn't have... The guy, you know, they can't even con chicks. That's a problem. You can't talk to women.
So you have he's come of age now. You have to lecture him. Father's Day is on Sunday, so we have to take the opportunity between now and you have to mentor him, lah.
But it's a problem.
You're not weak.
It's a problem.
Let's do myjoyonline.com.
I think I'll call a couple of my friends like Nana Bright Tamfo and the rest to mentor him.
Yeah, don't worry. We've also got our WhatsApp number if you have any great tips for Derek.
Yeah.
So huge fire engulfs tower in West London. A huge fire has engulfed a tower block.
And this is making the news.
With eyewitnesses claiming people are trapped in their homes. The only consolation is that in a place like this, be sure that rescue operation will be effective. You get what I mean?
Yeah. I hear 45 fire tenders. 45. Only 124. For us, when something happened to one of those high-rise buildings, we are seeing high-rise buildings. We are seeing Accra plenty. The fire tenders, I think 3-4 will come. When they come in, there's no water. You can bet on it. These are 45, and then over 100 and something ambulances.
It's like all hands on deck.
Yes.
Yeah.
From London, Birmingham, then they are coming. Plenty.
Yeah.
In Ghana, when the thing happens, no water. We are here laughing, but it's a serious issue.
Yeah. Right? Let's do some other headlines on our page.
And it's in the Latimer Road. And
Two Ghanaians win International Engineering Innovation Contests. So that's in the American Society of Mechanical Innovation Showcase Contest. Congratulations to them. Yeah, because even if they came down, we will not utilize them. We will underutilize them. So if they can be effective elsewhere, why not? Let's move on. Akufo-Addo names trust to revamp abandoned projects. President Akufo-Addo has announced the creation of the National Asset Recovery Trust to complete ongoing projects started by previous administration. Well, we need like a trust or a committee or something. What would they do?
Because those projects were under certain ministries and departments.
So what would they do?
Why don't we just appoint somebody who is responsible in that very ministry or department to say, Massa, make sure that these projects are revamped.
We need a trust.
A trust.
What would they do? Identify the abandoned projects?
They'll buy vehicles. They'll do this, allowances, pay, etc., etc.
For all you know, they will probably say, oh, we don't have an office building yet. We don't have, so we can't operate yet. We need, okay, well, maybe he knows what he's doing. He definitely does know what he's doing. But from far, not close, I mean. Okay, DVLA Passport Office top latest corruption perception survey. That's why we don't need like a survey to tell us, right? The Driving Vehicle Licensing Authority has been ranked the most corrupt institution in the Kumasi metropolis according to a survey report by the Ghana Integrity Initiative Consortium. But I don't know, I think the Accra DVLA, Roland, if you want like a license, you want to renew, you want document on something, you can actually go through the process without giving anybody anything. I honestly believe that, and you can get it.
Me too.
Okay, let's move on.
I know it's not true, but
no,
you and I have had this argument before.
No, but listen. Maybe things just work different because maybe I probably have more patience.
You're a public figure, so it's normal.
But you're not. But people don't recognize. Like
I'm not talking for myself. I'm not talking for you and I. I'm talking for what I see ordinarily.
I'm just saying. They will waste your time. As for time wasting there, yeah. And sometimes, by knowing one or two, you probably would jump the queue. But I'm just saying that you can go through the process without giving
if people
anything.
Believe you, they should give us reactions on what the WhatsApp platform.
Okay, all right. Do you believe that you can actually go to DVLA, whatever you're looking for?
It's not only DVLA. A lot of the public offices where you need services, they'll delay you
without paying extra kobo.
Yeah.
Okay, yo. NIA issues instant national ID cards from September 15. Barring any unforeseen, definitely is a clause, circumstances, the National Identification Authority will issue the first of the proposed Ghana National Identity Card on September 15, 2017. Will these cards be the same as what some of us already have, or these are like entirely new cards? And who is eligible to, maybe we need a one-on-one with Mr. Tepa for some of these details. Two Ghanaians, okay, that's the same story. I think we're done. CID to interrogate widow of Major Mahama. The widow of the slain Major Maxwell Adam Mahama is to be interrogated by the Criminal Investigation Department of the Ghana Police Service, according to the spokesperson for the CID. Is it like interrogation? Would you call that interrogation or questioning? If you say interrogation, like, I don't know.
I think questioning.
Exactly.
But does it make a difference?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wow.
Or the interrogation reminds you of CIB that kind of thing?
See, as for the police, I don't know. Honestly.
It's okay. We're just talking about DVLA.
But this happened when? If you wanted to ask her anything, or was it because in her tribute, she did indicate that at 6 a.m. she spoke to her husband, who said he was going to take a shower, and it was only at 9:15 that she sent a message, to ask what he had for breakfast. That she didn't get a response. So all this while they didn't ask her anything.
Investigations are ongoing.
Good for them.
Ghana Police.
Charlie, I want the army to do their own investigation.
I'm intelligence. I beg you.
I want the army do your own investigation.
This man too is in the news. No, go back. You didn't read this one.
Yeah, a Ghanaian who lost fingers to frostbite in trek to Canada gets refugee status.
Exactly.
Hooray! Yeah, that's what he wanted. So now he gets to live in Canada, Abby.
Exactly, yeah. Anyway, if you're physically challenged, you get more help outside than you get in Ghana. Okay.
Good morning, Mr. Roland and Mama V. Still, my messages are not being read.
Oh, we just read yours?
From Bawa Adams in Tamale. And you see, now that we've read your message, you haven't really said anything.
Only that you don't read that.
But we've read your message.
Bawa in Tamale.
Yeah. Bawa Adams.
Bawa Adams.
Yeah. Thanks for the message, though. Thank you for watching our show. This one says, "Ask Mr.
Decibel.
Rollins." Ooh, and you see when people call the line.
Please don't call the line. It's only a WhatsApp number, a WhatsApp platform.
Yeah.
Don't call it.
So somebody's WhatsApp calling.
Oh, okay. They are using the WhatsApp platform.
This one says, "Ask Mr. Rollins if he's speaking Chi or Ga when he was addressing General Mosquito Gamanche from Tatale Sanguli." You've heard that soundbite?
Yes. Bongo.
Yeah.
I didn't know to bongo. And you know that's how they pronounce horse in Ghana. It's a bongo. I didn't know to bongo. No. Orange.
Okay, a few of your messages and we're out of here till Wednesday, which means we've got AM business coming up. This one says, "Bro Roland, you be my man. Happy birthday to David Kweku, as so many of Akuna Swedro from Godfred Kweku Godfred in Accra." All right, if it's your birthday, happy birthday to you. You celebrate your day with our producer.
We're celebrating our lead producer, Derek Ekosam, as well as my tailor, Elizabeth Atie Kujandu. You do so well in putting together all those great outfits for me, but I say that today I celebrate you as a tailor, Elizabeth.
All right, Bismarck from Obuase is watching the AM show, and he wants us to know. So we thank you for watching our show today and always, really. Let's see, Yusuf Abdul Wahab in Sunyai says, in fact, government should hurry up and establish the bill so that we can start voting for our municipal and district executive officers to stop these disturbances. All right, thank you very much for your thoughts shared with us this morning. Let's try and retrieve a few more of your messages just before we run off. This one says, "What at all is going wrong with some Ghanaian citizens that they always want to kill security, I guess, officers? Oh God, have mercy and save our beloved country." This one says, Justice must be for all and not a selected few. Does it mean that when you are a junior officer of our security service and you're killed in line of duty, you're treated like a piece of rag? Okay, I don't know where you're going with this, but I'm not sure anybody has been mistreated, so let's not go there yet.
Let me do this.
If you
do know House of Miracles Ministries?
Yes,
there's a woman called the Auntie Sophie. Apparently today it is your birthday, and this one is from us and Francisca Ablan de Souza. House of Miracles Ministry. I want to know who the chief executive of that church is, so that we'll pay homage to him as well. But Auntie Sophie, I hear you keep watching us each morning. Happy birthday to you, and your lunch is on us. After you've taken lunch, please.
Can you not say that? Can you not say lunch is on you or anything like that?
No, it's something I do. What people's birthday, I know. I give lunch. The last time when I gave you lunch, you didn't complain. You took free. Charlie, can we continue? Professor.
No. That's Prophet Samson Amwating.
Okay.
You asked for the chief executive of House of Miracles, and that's him right there.
Samson Amwating.
Yeah.
I think I've interviewed him before.
Yes, you have, and his brothers as well.
Yeah, they have a chain of brothers who are into ministry.
Brian. Abla. There's one. Mark. Yes. Yeah.
Very handsome men who are pastors.
What do you mean? Okay, I think we're done.
All right.
We're done, yeah?
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching this segment of the show. And right now, we have to take a break. Okay, we're told that Zambia's opposition MP suspended. In Africa, it is normal. It's on the BBC Africa page. It's for
boycotting a speech by the president and comes amid criticism. But he boycotted a speech by the government and he was suspended.
How can they be suspended? In Ghana, we have boycotts all the time. Ghana democracy
walkouts.
Nobody do anything. We only report it. But Benedict Owusu has a lot more sports stories.
Yeah, he does.
He's a very good friend of Coach.
Okay, stay with us. Yeah? Benedict is up next here on the show.